we're back. Today I'm going to be making some sweet iced tea with you. Then I'm going to be reading you a really funny poem by Roald Dahl. Then we're going to be doing our magic trick, and this time we're going to be making a donkey out of the number 6. And then last but not least, of course, our fun fact of the day. So here we go. Okay guys, so now we're going to make some iced tea together. I'm just going to show you a couple of different ways that you can do it. But before we make the different recipes, we need to make the tea itself. Now to do this, you'll need some sort of container. I've got this teapot here, but you don't need to use a teapot as long as you've got something which you can put tea into, like a cup or a mug or something similar. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my lid off my teapot and I'm going to place my tea bag, you can see that's here, into my teapot. Now I'm going to move over to my kettle over here and I am going to pour hot water, which I've boiled already, being very careful. I'm going to pour some hot water into my teapot, like so, okay? And now I'm going to carefully take my teapot back over to the surface and put the lid on it. And I'm just going to leave it for a little while to brew. Now, after it's brewed, I am going to take the filter off the top. Just a second. And I'm going to take some sugar. I'm going to take a teaspoon. And I'm just going to put a couple of teaspoons of sugar into the hot tea and give it a nice stir. Okay? Now, if you want the tea to be stronger, you leave the tea bag in for longer. And if you like it weak, obviously you take it out quite quickly, like I did just now. So, the first iced tea that I'm going to make with you is with ice cream. This is really delicious. So I'm using this chocolate chip ice cream, okay? And I'm just gonna scoop a couple of scoops of ice cream into this glass, okay? Actually, maybe I'll do 3. Okay, that's done. That's quite a large glass, so I didn't want to put too much more in. And now I'm going to take my tea and I'm going to pour it over the top of the ice cream. Just leaving a little bit on the top so you can see that delicious ice cream. Okay, now it's ready to drink and I'm sure it's delicious. So that's the first iced tea we have. Now the second one is a little bit more of a lengthy process because what we're going to do is I have here an ice container and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour my tea into this container. Okay? I had just the right amount. That's good, isn't it? Okay, so you can see now that this container is full of the sugared tea. What we need to do now is we're going to pop it into the freezer. We're going to let it turn into ice, and then later on we will continue with the process. So here I go. Okay guys, so now it's the next morning and I'm going to take my tea ice cubes out of the freezer and also my milk out of the fridge. So here goes. So here we have the iced tea ice cubes and here in the fridge I've got my milk. So now I'm just going to take them over here. Okay, you'll see here that I have a glass and I have my ice cubes and my milk. All I need to do is to take my ice cubes and to carefully drop a few of them, whoopsie, into the glass like so. That looks great, doesn't it? Okay, and then the next step, very simple, is just to take your milk and pour it over the top of the ice cubes. Now slowly, slowly, the ice cubes will melt, the tea will melt into the milk, and that will be another delicious iced tea drink. Enjoy! Okay guys, so now I'm going to be reading you another poem by the famous writer Roald Dahl. Now I know a lot of you know Roald Dahl. He wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Matilda, The Twits, Fantastic Mr. Fox, and many, many more. But he's less well known for his very funny poems. And this is a book of his poems, and it's called Dirty Beasts. Now the poem that I want to read you today is called The Cow. So here goes. The Cow by Roald Dahl. Please listen while I tell you now about a most fantastic cow. Miss Milky Daisy was her name. And when aged 7 months she came to live with us, she did her best to look the same as all the rest. But Daisy, as we all could see, had some kind of deformity. A funny sort of bumpy lump on either side above the rump. Now, not so very long ago, these bumpy lumps began to grow. And 3 or maybe 4 months later, I stood there an enthralled spectator. These bumpy lumps burst wide apart, and out there came, I cross my heart, of all the wondrous, marvellous things, a pair of gold and silver wings. A cow with wings? A flying cow? I'd never seen one up to now. Oh, Daisy dear, can this be true? She flapped her wings, and up she flew. Most gracefully she climbed up high. She fairly whizzed across the sky. You should have seen her dive and swoop. She even did a loop-the-loop. Of course, almost immediately, her picture was on live TV. And millions came each day to stare as Milky Daisy in the air. They shouted, "Jeepers creepers, wow! It really is a flying cow." They laughed and clapped and cheered and waved, and all of them were well behaved. And here we are, you see? There we have Daisy with her wings flying in the sky. A flying cow. Let's see what happens next. Except for one quite horrid man who travelled from a distant land. This fellow standing in the crowd raised up his voice and yelled aloud, "That silly cow! Hey, listen, Daisy, I think you're absolutely crazy." Unfortunately, Daisy heard quite clearly every single word. "By gosh," she cried, "what awful cheek! Who is this silly, silly freak?" She dived, and using all her power, she got to 60 miles an hour. "Bomb's gone," she cried. "Take that," she said, and dropped a cow pat on his head. And there we have it. I hope you enjoyed it. And now for today's trick. It's not a magic trick, but again, we are going to be creating an animal from a number, and we're on to number 6. And today's number 6 is going to be a donkey. So here we go. First of all, I am going to write my number 6. And there we have it. And next, I am going to continue the line down and join and make it like an egg shape. Next, I am going to draw 2 circles here, and then I'm going to draw 2 circles here. And what do you think these 2 are? Yes, you've guessed it, they are the eyes, of course. And now I'm going to do the ears. So they're going to be up here. There's one ear, and there's the other And I'm just going to draw a line inside the ear like that, and again also on the other side. Okay, so there we have the two donkeys' ears. Alright, so next I'm going to make the mouth, and this is how I'm going to do it. Like the donkey's got his mouth open, so I'm just going to draw another little semicircle like that, and another little circle inside. It looks like the donkey's got his mouth open and he's chomping or braying. Now I'm just going to draw his neck. So I'm just going to do a straight line going down like that, and then one underneath it, like so. And there we have it. A donkey from the number 6. Have a go and see if you can do it too. And now for today's fun fact of the day. And today's fun fact is about donkeys. Now, did you know that donkeys are usually known for being very stubborn animals? But actually they're not really that stubborn, they're just quite clever. They only are stubborn if it means they're going to protect themselves. They want to keep safe. So, they also look after each other. Did you know that donkeys, when they all come together, it's called a herd of donkeys, and there's always one donkey which is the leader, and that leader will look out for predators and will warn the other donkeys if they are in danger. They also tend to look after each other a bit like chimps and monkeys by picking fleas off each other. Now, a donkey makes a noise called a bray, and when it makes this loud noise, it can cover 60 kilometers, which is a huge distance. So let's have a look together and listen to the donkey's bray. Okay guys, so just before we go, I just wanted to say that this is our video number 26. Can you believe it? We've made 26 videos. Now, I really would like to know what you enjoyed most or what you'd like me to do more of. So what you need to do is you need to press on the icon here, and then a poll will open up. You can press on the activities you like the most, and then I can include more in my next videos. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed all the activities. Now get going and draw that lovely donkey out of the number 6. I'm sure you can do it really well, and then send it to me. So until next time, bye for now.